Catch up on the hottest panels from Pulse 2026, the UK's leading conference for retail and e-com professionals. Whether you couldn't attend or had FOMO from sessions you missed on the day, there's no need to miss out on this amazing content. It's all available now on Inside Commerce. Dig in and enjoy.
Next up, we have Sportsshoes didn't just run offers, they made everyone count by RevLifter. Please give them a round of applause.
Hello, hello. Oh, hi. Hey, Pulse, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's going to be some whooping later, so I need your help. Pulse, this is Sian. Sian,
hello.
This is Pulse. Now, it's a bit weird. I want you to ignore Sian for about 5 minutes, because I'm going to talk and kind of set the scene. But then I'm going to reintroduce Sian, and I want you to go absolutely bananas. Is that all right? Okay, good, right. So ignore Sian. We'll be with you in a second, Sian. So slides, there we go. Right, so we're going to talk about offers, deals, promotions, discounts. We know where we are, right? We know what we're talking about. They've been around for a really long time, about 150 years, the first promotions were used in retail. They started off as hard little metal tokens that you could exchange for free gifts and discounts. Then we had paper vouchers, hands up if you remember paper vouchers, which means you're really old. And now we've got digital codes and just some little codes you type in and that kind of thing. So the delivery mechanism has changed, but the way we use them, the reason we use them hasn't really changed, which is we're coming towards the end of a reporting period, we've got some stock we want to clear, so we just stick a discount on broadly and use them really broadly. And this is how basically a promotion works, discount works. You've got a selling price, you've got a price you can't go below, but if you bring the price down using a discount, more people fall into that band where they'll be prepared to pay what you're selling it for. So there's a couple of questions here, like who should get a promotion and what promotion should they see? And there's a reason retailers use promotions, and that's because they really work. So we did some research with IMRG, the UK Ecommerce Association, and this is great because their data, they have a panel of about 200 and something retailers. So they got actual data from those retailers about what they do. It's not survey data. And this is, we took a year's worth of data, and you can see that in all cases, roughly around half of all revenue items and transactions sold were with a discount. So discounts are used all the time, and the average selling price with a discount was about £14 higher. So retailers use them a lot, and they use them a lot because they work. They're one of the biggest, most powerful levers available to retailers. But there's a big downside to promotions and discounts, and that's the damage they do. So they damage your brand, so people have an idea of the perceived value of their products, and that gets diminished every time you do a discount. And also they, of course, damage your margins. So you're making less money every time you use a promotion, a discount. And over time, we train people to expect those discounts. We train them to wait for them, and a lot of people just sit there waiting for discounts to appear before they even make a purchase. So what we really want to do is answer 2 questions so we can figure out how to use promotions more effectively. Who gets the offer? What context do they see those offers? And what offer should they get in order to make them more likely to buy? And this is all about understanding customer behavior. So we put intelligence in 2 places, the targeting of the offers and the promotions, and the optimization of how powerful those offers are and how they work. So when it comes to targeting, this is some of the data we collect. So I was speaking to our data science team recently. We collect about 53 data points at the moment, but we're always looking for more. And we look at what impact do those data points have in terms of understanding, is someone going to buy or not? So you've got things like, where they come from, are they new or returning? Where are they in the funnel? Are they just browsing? Have they got things in the basket? What have they looked at? Where are they? What's the value they've got in their basket? And we use this to work out, either we can use these as rules to say we're going to target these people specifically, or we can put all that together using a bit of machine learning AI, keyword, #AI, to figure out how likely are these people going to buy in real time, and use that as a way of either targeting, excluding people from receiving promotions. At the other end, you've got optimization. So once we've decided who's going to see an offer, we're trying to work out which offer should they see. So here we've got, this is a real thing we did with one of our customers, an email sign-up offer. So everyone just does, 10% off if you sign up for our emails. We did a 15, 10, or 5%. Anybody want to take a guess which one got more email sign-ups? Just shout it out. Just go. 15, of course. Of course it's 15 because it's the biggest offer, right? But what's more interesting about this is to dive a bit deeper and say, okay, how many of those actually then went on to convert? How many people then just immediately unsubscribed because they used the discount? What was the offer redemption? Did they use a different offer? What was the impact on AOV of those purchases? Were they actually driving incremental revenue? So were these people actually already going to buy and all we did was show them a discount? So we're just looking at all those kind of numbers. And I know what you're thinking, Pulse. I haven't known you very long, but you're a very discerning, smart audience, if I may say so. And you're thinking, Dan, what we really need is an example. Ladies and gentlemen, Sian Wells from Sportsshoes. That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks, guys.
How are you, Sian?
I'm well, thank you very much. I need to remember to hold this mic to my mouth.
Yeah, hold the mic to your mouth and hold your
voice
cards.
won't
We've
carry.
got cards. We've both got cards. We're professionals. It's like being on Graham Norton. Here we go. Mine have just got rude pictures on. Sian, tell us a bit about Sportsshoes and what you do specifically for Sportsshoes.
Cool. So Sportsshoes is a performance sport retailer. We specialise in running. So Adidas, Nike, On, Hope, all of the brands. And I look after the digital kind of activations of Sportsshoes. So everything from performance marketing to SEO, but then kind of when someone is on site, making sure that they're flowing through that funnel. So kind of my KPIs, my objectives every year is get the right people on the site and then make sure they kind of make a purchase when they get through to the end.
So quite a big, broad role, right? Lots of things going on, lots of things to think about.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Always good fun. And so what were you doing with promotions? What did your strategy look like before you started using intelligent offers, talking to us about our newfangled ideas, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so quite a few years ago, Sportsshoes were kind of known as, oh, I really like Sportsshoes. You've always got good prices, you've got bargains, etc., which was great. We had a really good customer base, and we did have a lot of clearance product and a lot of like old season, and our outlet was really strong. But over the years, our buying team kind of developed a relationship, and our product mix really shifted. So we brought in a lot more high quality products, a lot more new season, a lot kind of higher technical products. So now, for instance, we stock the highest range of carbon plated running shoes. So they kind of range for like £200 to £300. So kind of the shoes that people are like, I want those shoes now. They've just been released and I want to purchase them. So with that, obviously, there was that more premium customer base coming through. So kind of over time, we had these blanket discounts and we're like, you know what, we're just eroding margin at this point. It's like someone's coming on, they want to buy the shoe because it's a really snazzy shoe and they're sold into it. They're not that bothered about the price of it. So we kind of had this situation where we had these customers like that, but then we still had our old base that were, they want a bargain, they need a discount to convert. So we were a bit sticky and we kind of got to the point where we're like, we need a bit more of a tailored approach to this, which is where RevLifter came in. So started working with you guys in 2020, I believe it was.
Wow, nice. Talking of premium footwear, those are nice trainers. Where did you get those from?
Thanks, Solomon. Good old Solomon shoes. Would recommend them to anyone. Very
Sportsshoes.com, right? So you talked about, obviously, premium. You're talking about really about margin protection. So that's been a big focus. And how has the targeting we've done with you, the kind of intent-based stuff, how has that changed the way you think about how you're doing discounts and offers?
So with RevLifter, we're able to kind of actually say, let's serve, and it sounds really simple to say, but let's just get discounts in front of the people that need the discount. So someone's coming on site and they're hesitating, or they're showing signs of they're comparing the prices across other retailers. Those are the people that you're really warm, but there's something stopping you. So let's get a discount in front of you. Let's get a message in front of you that's going to help you kind of get you across the line. Other people are going to come on and they're going to purchase, and there's going to be no hesitation. So let's not get discounts in front of you because you don't need it. You want to get hold of the shoes and you want to get hold of them quickly. So that's where it kind of came into importance, and then I guess that, for us, enabled three big things is obviously if you protect your margin, your CFO's happy, which is always nice. But the other things were if we could expand our marketing, we're a retailer, we obviously want to grow. Everyone wants to grow. So to do that, you need to invest in the upper funnel. But for us to invest in the upper funnel, we need to make sure that we've got efficiencies where we can gain them. So you kind of enable that. So this was an area that we could gain those efficiencies and unlock that budget so we can then kind of invest in that more upper funnel side of marketing. And then the other one as well was actually, if we can be a bit clever on the level of discounting we can give to people. For instance, someone might just need 5% or a free delivery code to get them over the line, but then other people need a bigger discount code. So by saving from one, you can give then to the other, and then overall, it kind of improves your conversion rate.
Nice. Yeah, they mentioned efficiency was a key word earlier as a trend as well. So yeah, it's good to see that is happening. Yeah. Let's take a look at some campaigns. I'm going to give the AV. Oh, look at that. That's so smooth. Well done, AV guys. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about a little bit about some of these and sort of the intelligence behind them. So an exit campaign, pretty straightforward. Someone's going to leave. We show them an offer, but there's some slightly more intelligent things going on here, right?
Yeah. So this is our exit intent campaign. Quite simply, this is kind of like the basic campaign that we kind of run always on. And there's a few different kind of points to this. So one is, and something that RevLifter does quite well, is they're really flexible with who they serve to. So we have another partner which does our signups, email signups when you hit site. So if that partner fires in within a session, we can suppress RevLifter, because as much as we do want to get discounts in front of people, we don't want to annoy people. We don't want them to be bombarded and be closing kind of overlays all the time. So we can do that. We can also, so this one, for instance, this is 10% off Spring Summer 26. There's no point flashing this on a sale item because the discount code's not applicable. So we can suppress this campaign across those SKUs as well, which is great. We then serve this to kind of obviously the intent model, and kind of we can make sure that we're serving it to the right people. And then importantly as well, we can do some testing. So is it 10%? Is it 15%? Kind of what is that figure that's going to get people across the line? But also what's the messaging? So a really interesting test that we're running at the moment is across France. So the French are quite French. They don't overly like heavy marketing.
Outrageous. The French are like the French. Write that down. That's good.
There's your takeaway. But they don't like heavy marketing and sales messaging. So actually, if we soften that, what impact does that make? And that's something that we can easily do across RevLifter. We've got great kind of like customer service support there, client services support there that kind of helps craft those tests. So that's just a good way to explore that.
Yeah, you mentioned who sees an offer and what offer they see. It's like we prepared this. Amazing. So this is a Control C. So this is a nice little thing, Control C. So it's all about, if someone finds a product, they look at it, they're going to copy the product name, and then they're going to go and look for a cheaper price, right?
Yeah, literally exactly that. So it sounds really simple, but yeah, someone's copying the title. Like they're going to be putting that into Google Shopping and seeing where else they can get it cheap. Ultimately, they're going to leave your website, go into Google Shopping. You're either going to have to pay for them to come back through to your through your ad, or your competitor's going to take them. So just serving this, keeping them on site, keeping them warm, it's kind of a bit of it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. I always say it's good because obviously it's preventing abandonment, but also once people go off your site, it's easy to get distracted and you'll lose that whole journey. So this is a good way of trying to win some of those people back. And then we've got invalid code, which is kind of similar, but this is, you got the code box at checkout. And again, if people are going off looking for codes in terrible places, this could be really useful, right?
Yeah. We're going to our affiliate partners that we're not actually partnered with, and they just make up discount codes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you go to those. You can find those websites full of invalid discount codes. The Daily Mail has got one. I have no idea why. I don't know why they don't.
Yeah, they're like 100% off, and I'm like, I'll give it a go. Literally, again, just to try and keep people on site, stop them leaving, going to those affiliate partners, or going elsewhere and trying to find a discount code. They're literally, so this actually only fires once you're going through the checkout journey. So you've reached the promo code section, you've dropped in, I think we have it firing 3 times, but you can do it on 2. So if they put 2 invalid discount codes, this then pops up and says, right, you're clearly wanting a discount on this. Let's just get you one, so you don't then go elsewhere and try and find one.
Yeah, really good point. Yeah, the point of a lot of this, when it comes to this, is understanding who is price sensitive, right? So these are people who want are looking for a deal, and you'll have other people who aren't. So it's important to make that kind of distinction. And then lastly, we got this one, which is just you did a sale, but there was this was about sort of serving this appropriately to only certain people who you wanted to highlight the sale to, right?
Yeah. So like I said before, so we suppress certain campaigns if the SKU isn't valid on the reverse, if the SKU is in sale, driving home that urgency. Sizes are selling fast, sales only on for a limited time. Just to kind of just drive through people and kind of get them to convert, really.
Yeah, nice, simple. So, and then we've got. This is bragging, really, but we've got some lovely numbers. So it's worth saying, so at the top there, we've got the improvement in conversion rate in AOV. That's the promotions that do that. That's the discounts that do that. But the important bit for us is that, we suppressed, when these numbers were pulled, certainly, and it changes over time, but we suppressed about 2,000 people from getting a discount, and that saved Sportsshoes about £25,000 so far. And we're always just looking to optimise that a bit more, right?
Yeah. Always working, and kind of, like I said, we've got always on testing going, and it's interesting. And what's interesting as well is we have different campaigns for the UK, but also Italy, France, Germany, and Spain. All of them reacting to different ones. So Spain, for instance, we have a test at the moment where they love shopping between 10 p.m. and midnight. For whatever reason.
That's very Spanish, isn't it? We're just we're not going to bed. We're eating dinner and we're looking for discounts at 10.
So in those periods, can we serve like a free shipping code or an enhanced discount code during them? So just I guess really digging out those optimizations really, and just always testing, learning, and seeing what works.
Yeah, good. Yeah, test and learn. Write that down as well. That's really important. That's very important. So to wrap up, for an e-commerce team who are still running blanket offers they've always run, what kind of advice would you give them?
I guess it's just you'll be giving away a lot more than you expect, and you'll be quite surprised actually. I think a lot of people think you need a discount code, but ultimately discount codes are fine, but they do cheapen your brand, they do erode your margin, and actually if you can get away with not having them as much, why not? Why not try it? See what kind of you can save, and kind of go from there, really.
Yeah, good advice. And to wrap up, so if you want some more information about intelligent offers, RevLifter.com, or you speak to me, some of my colleagues, we're all wearing RevLifter t-shirts, we're easy to spot, or you can go to the website, or if you want some amazingly good, high-quality footwear, Sportsshoes.com for all your running and outdoor needs. Thank you, Sian Wells, everybody. Big round of applause for Sian Wells.